Okay, you two, stop it in the chat. I know you guys are feeling feisty right now and very aggressive, but please do not do that in my chat. I do not tolerate this on my channel. I do not tolerate that immature behavior. I just don't. This is not what this channel is about. This is not what our motto is about, which is this is family. You may have your issues, but it's best you talk about it amongst yourselves, to each other in private, or anyway that's suitable for you. No, Leanna, you're an angel. You would never do anything wrong. I'm talking to PvP and Mikey. I don't like name calling, but since it's in the chat, it's not really name calling. You two need to settle it. I do not tolerate this. Hi, Lizzie. Okay, so change the subject. Today, as promised, even though we've been waiting for this for basically a few months, this is angled. I don't like this at all. Fix that. That looks far to the right. This is so unprepared. Okay, sorry about that. Oh my god, I'm still angled. Anyway, let's welcome Ezra Carter. Hey, Ezra. Sorry for the delay.
No problem. Hello, everyone.
Hey.
Put my
Hey. Hey, Ezra.
Hello.
First time seeing you in person, even on a show. That's awesome.
Yeah. It's good to be here. Glad to be here.
Yes.
So,
how are you feeling today, Ezra?
the Chicago Bears just won at the last minute, so I'm doing fantastic.
Good.
Give
Okay.
me 1 second. I have the Chicago Bears just won at the last minute, so I'm doing fantastic. Sorry about that. My other phone is going off.
That's okay.
Okay. I apologize.
Leanna, you shouldn't. That's okay. Let me mute you for a second. Don't mind this. I'm keeping him a little bit muted here so that he can get that under control. How is everybody in the chat? Oh, okay. Let me unmute. Okay. There we go. We got you. Unmuted.
All right. Sorry about that, folks.
That's
technical
okay.
difficulties on my end. So.
Things happen. Okay, so Ezra, tell us what you're about, who you are, all that.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Ezra Carter. I am a hopeful upcoming good actor. I've been doing acting and also voice acting for the past, doing acting for I'd say about 10 to 12 years on small time things. It started off with just like commercials for say like Hallmark or let's see, one was the McDonald's, another one was for Campbell's Soup. Really struggling, but it was still good, but it was struggling at the beginning, and then for I'd say within it took about 10 to 11 years to finally get a role with my agent got for me, who was one of my best friends living here in Las Vegas for a TV show that's coming up for NBC. Yes, right now it's in some little legal mumbo jumbo, but the trailer should be out November 22nd. Once they figure out who is going to be buying the show from NBC to put on the mainstream services. So I've been doing that for for quite some time. It was before COVID,
Hmm.
which was a nightmare within itself because, as you know, the industry was pretty much on hold for not only just uh, production wise, but also uh, like the late night shows like Jimmy Fallon and all those other shows. Like, so it was, they were trying to figure out what to do. And then I think it went about 2 or 3 times into the writer's strike. So
Hmm.
that was the thing. So, but yeah, so that's pretty much, like in a nutshell, like what I've been doing, and hopefully will come to fruition very soon.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And were you doing voice acting for fashion brands?
Yes, yes. Since everything was on hold for quite some time, I started doing because I guess my voice sounds good on the radio or in commercials. So that I've done uh, one for Calvin Klein, which they wanted an English accent, a British accent. So I worked on that for Calvin Klein's product that came out not too long ago. It's Calvin Klein's men's fragrance Amber, um, and they wanted the voice for the commercial, and I said I'll give it a shot. I like to do. I dabbled in doing different accents and whatnot, and they gave me a script. It was horrible. I said, "Can I maybe do something to rewrite this?" And they said, just yeah, go ahead. For lack of another term, it was just like I don't know who wrote it, but it was it was pretty bad. So I took what they gave me. Yeah, I rewrote everything, um,
Yes.
and I picked the music as well, because as you know, like you can do. People have like the copyright free music that people love to just put on, and I found something that just connected with it, and I sent back just a little bit to them, and they said this is fantastic, and they rolled with it.
Heck yeah.
Um, yeah, and I also did one for Dior, and right now I'm just finishing up with some help from some friends. Shout out to Lizzie uh, for uh, uh, Victoria's Secret. So that's just like some side gig that I do, just to help out, but um, just keep things going because an idle mind is not not good for me. So
So thank God it's not just for the Victoria's Secret models. That's good to
right,
know.
right, right. Yeah.
Um, so this I know your agent probably doesn't want you to talk much about what the show that you're working on or have been doing. Um, is there a little secret? Not a little secret, but a little harmless thing you can
Can
say
I
about it?
a little? Yes. Oh, yeah. Um, I can liken the show. Well, it's a sci-fi action show. I'm the lead character, lead actor in the show. I cannot give any details, obviously, for legality reasons, but I can tell you it's likened it to the TV shows that have came out, which was one of the best ones I think was Firefly,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and also The Expanse.
Mm-hmm.
So like kind of like mix those together, and this
Yeah.
is that's the closest they can say how it's going to be. It's right now we just finished shooting out for season 2. Finally finished that because we had to redo a lot of things because of some inside stuff that happened. But um, uh, season 1, hopefully after the trailer launches November 22nd, uh, should be going up in either the end of December or early January.
Oh,
So
nice.
it's been some years in the making. It's been an roller coaster effect. especially being on hold for so long. So I'm really happy. I'm very proud of it. I'm very lucky that they still wanted to go along with the show, because usually a lot of people have been canceled even before it got off the ground, get off the ground with any types of shows coming out. And for them to believe in not only myself but in the cast, the director, the writers, um, that we still have it finally a projected in the time and a projected date has been just very humbling, but also just exciting at the same time. So yeah. Like right now, I just thinking about it's getting me so just like all of my feelings. It's something special. I really put a lot of time into this. I'm very happy that it's going
Yeah.
to come out soon.
Yeah, totally. It's a huge accomplishment for you too, because this is like the first lead role, right, that you've taken on, right?
Absolutely.
This is, yeah, massive.
I honestly could not believe it. Like I went in for back in 2019. Oh, it was right before COVID. So yeah, 2019 for the audition, and it was I was like, I mean, I put my best uh, game face on for it, and I was like half expecting, but not really like a call back. But my agent said, just don't give up. We've been in this together, because he's kind of like like the movie Jerry Maguire. He's stuck by me. Like I'm his only agent that he has, because he did not want to take on the whole agency type of scenario where you have about 30 people that you um, have under your wing, and but you can't really focus on um, the people that you believe. It almost became like a commercialized, rather than believing in like one person. So he said, I trust you. I believe in you that it's going to happen. And one day, I'd say it was like maybe a couple weeks after the audition, he called me back and he's like, "Well, Ezra," I said, "Hey, what's going on, man?" He's like, "You ready?" I was like, "Ready for what?" "Oh, for the lead role. You know, the one we've been talking about for X amount of years." I said, "What are you talking about?" he's like, he's like, they picked you. I said, "You kidding?" I was like, "I mean, if you don't want it," I said, "No, no, no." you know, so I have never been that elated in my entire life. It was great uh,
Yeah.
for that to happen. So the thing I can say about that is just never give up on your dreams, whatever it is. So yeah, that's how that happened. That's just as simple as that. After all those particular things of being turned down for these things, and there's a lot more better people, and then getting down on yourself, and I said, let me just try it, and it happened. Yeah,
Yeah.
simple as that. Just keep going.
Yeah. I remember wanting, when I was 9, I wanted to be an actress so bad, and it was the only reason because I had a crush on an actor so bad, and I'm thinking, if I can just snag a role that he's in a movie, I'd be the happiest girl in the world at the time, until the reality hits, like, that's not gonna happen, most likely. I mean, it might happen, but I tried to get myself into the acting because my mom had a playbook like Tennessee Williams and all that. And let's just say I'm not that great, but I think I don't know. I guess I don't know. Maybe I just wasn't in for it at the time. Maybe it's another time. But
Hey,
I
you
love to
never
write.
know. Yeah,
So
right.
yeah.
You're a very good writer. Very, very talented.
Thank you, Ezra.
Oh, oh, that was my Bluetooth. Sorry.
Yeah, I was actually very shocked that you actually were willing to take the time to read the novel that I had sent you, the first novel, and I was actually very happy of what you've said about it. and it encouraged me to go forward with it, even though I was a little bit nervous about it
Mhm.
because it was controversial. And I just want to say
It's
thank you.
no problem. It's the right type of controversy, if, if that's a way to put it. I mean, I'm obviously, if you want to pick up her book, you know where it's located.
Hmm. Yeah.
It's a great read. I read it in took me 2 days. You know, and it was a page turner. It was very well written, and it shows that you put your heart and soul to it. And many people try to write a book, but very few finish it.
Yeah.
Obviously, you need to have talent, but just to be able to allow it to flow without it being, somewhat starting off good, but then turning out boring or this and that. It's a really good. It was very well put out. In what I've noticed when I was reading it, that I could picture myself like in a movie. That's how I go about like how I read it. It's just like I like input myself into that particular character, and if I'm able to do that, um, that shows that it's a very good book. And I say that it's definitely one that anybody watching would not be disappointed. It took me what 2 days to write it, and what it was like 400 some pages, some odd pages at least.
Mhm.
It was
Yeah.
about it took me 2 days. I mean, of course, right?
Hmm. Yeah. It
At
took
least that's
me,
what it's.
yeah, because it shows it's like 606 pages, but it was weird when I sent you the PDF, it was like 478 pages. So it was kind of confusing. And so I was like, okay.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because how they set it up on PDF files, like it's weird like that. So
Mhm.
let's say give or take, So, but it was definitely well written, and like I said before, if you want a nice read, a very nice read, uh, go pick it up. Yeah,
Thank you. Um, I was hoping one of these days we could write a book together if that was ever possible on that. Because I love writing, doing collaborations and stuff. So,
I would more than happy to be a part of something like that. That'd be for no pun intended, another chapter.
mhm.
Uh,
Yeah.
and yeah, that would be fantastic. Yeah, and the
Yeah.
genre that you chose is a very small um, category of people who actually can write that way. Um,
Hmm.
to merge like the particular ideas that you have together, it's one of those books that I don't think I've ever come across another book like that in my life, and I've probably not have read as much as you, but I do love to read, obviously. But
Hmm.
it was something that I how do I put it? I didn't know that I was going to gravitate so much to that genre that I've never even really dabbled in. But it was really, really well written. That just shows you if like, because usually I'll read like, obviously like, let's see, Michael Crichton or James Patterson or even, Clive Cussler. I mean, he's fantastic, Or my favorite is, Sherlock Holmes with, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. Uh,
Hmm.
and to have it so that niche that you found is quite fantastic to be able to do that because, like I said, many people they start off and they just don't know where to lead to the climatic end of, so to speak, into their books, you know,
Yeah.
without having the lull in the middle. You
Yeah.
know, so
And I've always hated it when it's a good book, when you read a book and then you hope for this sequel that it's going to be good and it's not that great, like they totally lost the connection they had for the first one because they, I don't know if it's because they, felt like they sold out or whatever, so they don't put much effort or it's just not the same anymore. I don't know if you ever came across that with books.
absolutely. There was a book called from Graham Brown, which was called. what was the first one called? Black Rain. Um, if you want to look it up, it's actually very good, very good. I read it quite some time ago from I think it's Graham Brown. Yes, Black Rain, and then he made the next one, Black Sun, which is it was okay. It was a hard okay, you know. And then the third book was I think Secret of Eden, and I was just like, like what happened? It's like you hit the ground running, and all of a sudden it's like you dragged yourself across the finish line. Like it's like
Yeah.
what? It was for lack of a better word, it was just very poorly written. Like I mean, it feels like sometimes they got that they start off with that that good idea, and I was just like, wow, this is a real page turner. And then the second book was, like I said, it was okay, and then the last one I was just like, this makes no sense whatsoever, you know. And they used the same, obviously the same character throughout the books, and I was just like, this is you needed to go back to the drawing board on this one, buddy, like so. But yeah, I've come
Yeah.
across it a couple of times, but there's some people who just have that je ne sais quoi, so so to speak,
Hmm.
like Patterson. I mean, the guys he's written so many different number one sellers. He literally has number one sellers all the time.
Oh yeah.
You know, So, but I think you'll be up there soon with him. So,
Yeah. I hope for sure. Um, as long as they don't cancel me first, or the church doesn't go after me.
I know you'll be fine.
Yeah. And then speaking of, with sequels of books, and they're not doing very, and they're not that great as the first one, or it goes similar to the movie industry. Um, how everybody is so excited, like, oh, the sequel's coming out, and it's just like it's crap. Like you just put a crucifix on that. Like, I'm not dealing with that. I'm not dealing with that. I was kind of curious, what sequel or anything like that has disappointed you the most in watching?
As far as movies, like
Yeah.
okay, I would say or sequel. No, that is a very good question. Very good question. I would say nothing is going to be like the first Jurassic Park in my mind.
Yeah.
Jurassic Park 1 was great. There are obviously, some of the new Jurassic Parks, but it seems like they're just churning them out with just
Making up cash.
to make money, like, we already know what's going to happen. You're going to go to another island with a dinosaur. The black guy's going to be eaten first, maybe. you know, and then maybe a couple people get off the island. It's just like, you can pretty much write itself, and like I said, if we put 100 million into it, let's hopefully we can make about 700 million worldwide and call it a day, and the
Yeah.
crazier the better. Like I would say Jurassic Park was a little bit of it had its ups and downs. I'm not to say some of the newer Jurassic like Jurassic World, some of them they were very good, but then it was just like after about the last two or three, it's just like lull, like,
Yeah.
so. But
Yeah.
let's make sure we pay the actors, some big time actors, and then give them $20 million or whatever, X amount of dollars, and just say, hey, this person's going to be in the movies. Come see it. Take,
Basically.
Another one would maybe be oh, ooh, uh, the Hannibals,
Hmm.
like Silence of the Lambs. Obviously, Silence of the Lambs, but
Hmm.
they went like different directions on a whole bunch of them. Like you obviously can't get anybody better than was it Anthony Hopkins, correct?
Hmm.
And I don't know. Don't get me wrong. Like if he's in it, it's going to be good. But
Yeah.
some of the directions where, you know, especially if they change the director, you
Mhm.
can literally see how like this can't be the same guy
Yeah.
who dished this out. You know, like you can kind of like tell right off the bat, like if they're like this is not from the same person who directed from the last one type of thing. Um,
Yeah, it's like having David Lynch direct a first film, and then the next film you have Clive Barker do it, and it's like you can obviously tell the difference.
Perfect example, right? Perfect
Yeah,
example. You know?
totally.
But as far as the Harry Potters, every single one of them is great. I don't care what
Oh
anybody
yeah,
says.
yeah,
I don't care what anybody says.
heck yeah.
So,
Everybody hates. I don't know why everybody gives the third one, The Prisoner of Azkaban, so much
that's
hate.
my
It's
favorite.
like it's amazing. I love that film.
That
Well, there's a
that is my
werewolf in it,
favorite.
obviously.
Right. Yeah. That is actually my favorite one. And for anybody who has not seen them, they're all great. But Prisoner of Azkaban, because I mean, you know, Sirius Black. I mean, he's one of my favorite characters. You
Yeah,
know, and that's all I'm gonna say. No spoilers for anybody who
yeah.
has not seen
No
it. But,
spoilers. I
right.
would
So,
just
but
say, okay, I can't even say anything
fantastic.
about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Fantastic film.
Fantastic. Yeah. Fantastic crew. Fantastic film. And they had different directors later on. They didn't have the same
Mhm.
director for every single one of them, so you can
No,
tell how but they still kept the same type of obviously the
direction.
premise. Correct. Um, one more I can think of, and I probably will probably get some haters for this one, but um, would be how they made the books and they made it into the movies, which is uh, the one with the vampires.
Don't say Twilight. Please don't say Twilight.
I'm gonna stay quiet.
Duh.
I'm not saying that it was bad. No, I'm
And
saying that
I can't
that it
stand Twilight. I hate
uh,
Twilight.
I it's very hard for me because I'm like the old school, like this is not how vampires, this is how it don't work. This is
Just
this
like
is throwing me off. The whole you know,
Sparkle.
I was
Sparkle.
like, yeah, like I can't be in the room because I'm just gonna ruin it for you. So so because the lore of vampires and werewolves is completely off altogether. I know some people they love it, they love the whole premise. It's just that like last time I checked, vampires cannot be in the sun, and I'm pretty sure they don't look like diamonds.
No,
So yeah, so I was just like,
I can't.
I
I
I
just.
I forced myself to watch them, and I had this stirring in my chair trying to finish it. Like this is almost over, you know. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I remember
No.
watching it at 12 and I was in love with it because I loved Cedric Diggory. I mean, Robert Pattinson. And I see Cedric Diggory and I had a crush. Like, heck yeah, I'm in this. He's a vampire. Heck, I'm in it. Of course, he's in that bedroom with her. And I'm thinking, that is so hot. At 12, you don't think this is creepy. And then
Mm-hmm.
when I turned 16, I was like, get the heck out of my room. I did not give you my consent. And how'd you get in here? I'm going to
Right.
freaking toss you out the window. And like, that's not, no.
Right.
And it's like there's so much talk. I hate to say this. What is with women? I don't mean to hurt your feelings, Lana. I know what you like. Uh, well, Alice is the best character. Is all I'm gonna say. Okay, now I'll go back to what I was saying. Is
Like I said, I apologize for when I was going to bring up. I didn't want to say it. I was like, hey, if you love it, you love it. I'm
if you
just
love it,
giving
you love it.
just
Just it's just my personal issue with it is the fact that it seems like women are more drawn to male characters that seem to be aggressive, like in a very bad way. Like you can't tell me that Edward uh, was very abusive in some kind of way. In a way,
in some sense, yes. I think
yeah,
they were trying to go off the fact of him being a vampire, like he was trying to steal. still do the whole vampirist type of attitude, that we are still, yes, I do like you a lot, but my instincts are to kill you.
I love
So,
that.
yeah. So it's like I think that they tried to do their best they could to uh, keep that same type of mentality, and it was just coming off sometimes a little odd. I
Too
mean,
much.
the books. I know the books are different, but then to bring it to the screen, so to speak, it kind of like I think it didn't really match up the way that they wanted. But having said that, I mean, obviously, it didn't make a lot of money, so that's just my that's my that's my
Yeah.
opinion, and I know that it does have a cult following. And how long did we have to hear Team Edward, Team Jacob, this and that?
Oh
That years,
God.
you know.
I
So,
remember getting bullied with that so many times. I don't know if it was just to be funny. I think it was trying to be funny, like, "Oh, so are you Team Jacob because you're a werewolf?" And I'm like, "Does it look like I'm a Twilight chick to you?" And he's like, "But you're in that state," and I'm like, "You didn't have to make it
uh,
that personal."
yeah, so,
Hold on a second.
yeah, no problem.
My mom's too shy. She has to run away. Anyway,
But yeah,
Mom,
that's
you're
my
not. She just
that's
said
just
Team Jacob. I can't believe her. Ugh.
so, but like I said, everyone in the chat, that's just my personal opinion. I'm not saying that it was bad because obviously they made movies and they made a lot of money and had a
All the little
very
girls.
still has a very large cult following, So that's just my opinion. Please don't mob me. That's just how I think of as far as like the whole
Yeah.
vampire and werewolf thing, or
Yeah.
wolf if you want to call it. So
Yeah, because I think I remember the lore with Twilight. It was started because the author wrote a fan fiction of 50 Shades of Grey. And then she decided to make it original characters. And this is the whole aspect. So, like, she kind of made Edward like Christian Grey in that kind of sense. And I'm like, I can't survive 50 Shades of Grey. I'm sorry. I can't survive. I mean, sure, it's just not everybody's cup of tea. My God, Mama, are you crawling on the floor? How are you doing that? You are not, Mama, I am not saying that.
she said Team Jacob, so I guess.
She said doggy style, and I don't like that.
Oh my goodness. Mhm.
That's why she was crawling, and I was like, Leanna, do not say anything. Leanna, don't. Leanna.
1 second.
Oh, God. She's probably going to say something. Golly. 1 second. Okay. Oh, God. Oh, Leanna. Okay, somebody mentioned Buffy. I must find him. Where is he? Okay, R.I.P. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Poor Angel. You see, I was never a big Angel fan. I was a Spike fan though. But Angel was okay. But I just like Spike. Spike had some, if you know what I mean.
As far as TV shows
Yeah, the TV
I,
show.
yeah, yeah. I was just thinking like since we talked about movies, I was thinking TV shows that kind of went down. I think one that survived, which is a very good show, Supernatural. That's
Mm-hmm.
good. That was that. I'm not saying like it had a couple of seasons up and down, but to for go for that long, it's well worth the watch. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I think how many seasons did it go?
Oh,
15 maybe.
maybe.
It was a lot.
Yeah. And fun fact, guys, some Buffy cast members were in cameos for, or a character at least one episode or so in Supernatural, which
That
was
is correct.
awesome.
Hmm.
That is awesome. Like I even think Tara, the character Tara in Buffy, played a vegetarian or was a vegan vampire. Just didn't eat humans. I think that was her.
Right. Yeah. It was good that they actually implemented that into the show. Like, not to do like a spin-off, but they had some great cameo appearances.
Yeah.
Um, if you've never seen Supernatural, I mean, you probably have come across it here and there. You got to watch it from the beginning. It's a great show. And I think they just had the 20th anniversary.
Oh, yeah.
Uh, I, yeah, because they got back together and it was on. If you look it up on YouTube, there's like a trailer of them with I think the director and the two main characters. Like, hey, this is our 20th anniversary. We're doing this and that. Shout out to all our fans. It was actually
Hmm.
pretty cool. Yeah. Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, it was. Yeah, 15 seasons. Yeah, so it was 15 seasons. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anything above that, I mean, if you're lucky to get past nowadays, four
Uh,
four seasons.
you're lucky to get even past 2.
Yeah, I
I'm
was just about to
surprised.
say that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
because
might be pushing it on
yeah,
four.
yeah, because I remember Stranger Things is now season 5, and it's going to be the final season, which I know that's
Right.
coming out.
Hmm.
That's another great show if anybody hasn't seen that. And I think there was this one show with Elijah Wood, and it was like Dirk Gently's holistic detective agency, and it only lasted 2 seasons. And I watched the first season, and it
Hmm.
was freaking good. I watched the second season; it was okay. I mean, it wasn't bad. It was still earned another season, but it quit. And I believe another good show was Houdini and Doyle, which I think you would love, Ezra, because that's
Okay.
based on the relation. It's fictional though, but it bases on the relationship of Sir Arthur Conan Doyle and Houdini, Harry Houdini, who they were actually best friends. I think
I
in real
did
life.
actually see the trailer for that. Thank you, Via. I could not remember for the life of me. I knew I saw something, and I was just like, "Thank you for saying that." Now I got to write it down because so I don't forget it again.
Yeah.
That sounds like it's right up my alley. So Houdini and Doyle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Houdini and Doyle, I believe it's called. Okay, I'm gonna make somebody here a mod.
Yeah, Kathy was said if you make 5 seasons or more, it's a miracle. It's lasted 13 seasons. Yep, yep, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, you're
Another one
right.
from the UK. Another one from the UK, which is a great show, is Father Brown, which is a detective. I mean, he's not a detective. He's obviously he lives in somewhere in England in a small town. He it's the father. Well, the actor is the Weasley dad in Harry Potter,
Oh, love him. Yeah.
and he got this role, I believe, almost about the same time when the last Harry Potter was wrapping up. So he's in a small town, but he's there's always like these mysteries of death or murder, so on and so forth. And he's the father of the church there, and but he's like a sleuth. He loves everything about mysteries and whatnot. So he's always stepping on the toes of the chief, and trying to figure out who's the killer, so on and so forth. And I think it's like I think it's in 8 seasons, and he's still they're still um it's still going. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. So
That's
that's
always nice.
another good show. I have BritBox, so I watched a whole bunch of like. One thing I can tell about the British, they make some great mysteries. That's all I know.
Oh yeah, they do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
my grandmother's obsessed with the British mysteries. Like
yeah,
she watched Midsummer Murders, she watched Death in
right.
Paradise,
Mhm.
and there's another one. Another good show I would recommend is, I don't know if you've seen it, you might have actually, The Fall with Gillian Anderson.
Yes, I've seen that. Yes, I have.
That that is
Yeah.
a lot of great a lot of great shows, and that show, my mom introduced me to that one because I love Gillian Anderson. Who doesn't? We love Gillian Anderson here. Gillian, hi if you're watching. Uh, um, can't imagine that. Um, X Files also, that's another one that was massively huge, and it's
Oh,
still coming back. I mean, it keeps coming
right.
back.
I mean, they came back with 2 seasons.
Yeah,
Um,
two
it
movies.
was yeah, yeah, they had 2 movies, and then they came back and made a new season. I think it was about 3 or 4 years ago, because people were just
Mm,
like, that has a cult following. I mean, I remember when that show came out, and I was just like, everybody ran home to go and watch it, because like this, I told you the truth is out there. They do exist, So it
mhm.
started having a lot of people believe that, like, you know, something's out there. Just see, it says
Yeah,
it right there on X Files. I told you.
yeah,
So that's a
yeah.
great show. X Files,
Crazy is the new sane to these days, and that's basically the truth.
pretty much. Yeah.
Call us spooky. That's all you need to call us. Let's see. What other questions? Okay, so going back to Hollywood, do you? I was watching this morning. I didn't finish it, but there's this YouTuber known as Michaela Lysak,
Okay.
who she is vlogging because she has been a child actor since she was young, and she went into film school, like one of the most prestigious film schools in LA. And she is saying now in her video that she fears graduating from film school because there's no jobs. Like they feel like Hollywood is dying and they're getting rid of all the jobs for up and coming people that want to get into the industry. And I was curious, what are your thoughts? Do you think Hollywood is really doing that? Is really pushing back, or is it just a very dark era of the industry?
I'm going to call it just a dark era right now, because I think that Hollywood is going to realize that they're nothing without their people, their actors and actors, their actresses, their writers, their directors and producers. Especially this whole craziness with AI and whatnot, that they believe that they're just going to have it. So now we're just going to implement these CGI and AI things into our and manifest a great AAA actor, so to speak. That's not going to happen. I think it's just that what I believe is going to happen, once you realize that you can only go so far with um, technology in a sense, then you can't manifest the personality that these actors and actresses put into the shows or into movies themselves. It's unfortunate that it's like a little bit of lull, but I think that once Hollywood realizes that they can only go so far with trying to control the industry, then it's just going to backlash onto them, and then the people who are going into like film schools and writing and getting into directing or getting into producing, they need those people more than ever. It's and it's going to be more harm to them than good. But it will turn itself back around and realize, hey, next thing you know, your phone's going to be ringing off the hook because we made a mistake. I honestly believe that's what's going to happen. I mean, um, right now, I can tell you by personal experience, it's it's on a slippery slope right now. But I think that before they go over the cliff, they're gonna think about it one more second and realize, hey, we know you went for this audition 6 months ago. Uh, what we tried didn't work. Are you still available? And I guarantee you that's going to happen,
Yeah.
because you can't take the humanity and the personality of these people who've been working their butts off to whatever it is in the industry to get how far they are, and then try to take it out by CGI or with the AI. Like, for example, perfect scenario: the last Aliens movie, where they use CGI and AI for the Andrew Anthony Hopkins' old character. Was it Anthony Hopkins? No.
No, it wasn't Anthony. It was Ian Holmes.
Yeah, Ian Holmes. Yeah, thank you for correcting me. Ian Holmes. They used CGI. That was disgraceful. It looked so bad. Like, yeah, I don't know if you've seen the movie.
I've seen it.
I think it was Alien Romulus.
Oh yeah, I've seen it. I didn't care for it. I just wanted the alien to kill everybody. That's all I wanted. It's just the alien to kill everybody.
What they did is they tried to they used AI for Ian Holmes' voice, and used CGI for making him look younger, and it was atrocious. And they had so much backlash from that they had to apologize to everyone. They tried their best, and it was like the worst lip sync. Everything was off. It's just like you just put something in the computer and just like, there you go. See, that's the type of stuff that you can't do and think that people aren't going to notice.
Yeah.
Whereas all you had to do is pay, maybe a couple $1 million to whoever, or if even Holmes instead, just you go back to the drawing board, write something. It's almost like you just dish something out, and hope for the best,
Yeah.
So you can't, and that's why I'm saying it, as far as like within the industry, like you can't think that you're going to get away with something like that and nobody's going to notice just so you can try to get a check.
Yeah.
So in a nutshell, I do not believe that that it might be worrisome right now, but I think that at the end, it's going to turn into positivity for the people who have put their heart and souls into whatever position or what they're trying to do in the industry. I mean, you can't chat GBT your way into a good movie.
No, you can't.
If you think you're going to have, 2 thumbs up, it's not going to happen.
Especially if you know by the dialogue, it's ChatGPT. Like if I read that is the worst. Like, this is a freaking robot. Your brain cannot be this stupid to know that this thing does not have any human emotion. It doesn't know anything. So why would you trust it? Why don't you just? I mean, ChatGPT is good for idea making, maybe if you're trying to figure out something, but if you're going to use it, rely it to write something or book or a script, I'm just like, that's not art. That's not.
You're setting yourself up for failure. That's pretty much what's going to happen.
That's failure. Yeah. Because you're not putting any creativity, you're not putting any talent into it. You're just, I'm just slap this on and I'm just going to send it to an agency and I'm going to be rich. And it's like, no, it doesn't work that way. That doesn't work that way.
That reminds me, is this how you just said that? It reminds me of Jurassic Park when where you said, like, bang, you want to sell it, bang, you just want to sell it. You just like, I don't care. Just let's just implement something into the computer, do this and that, and see what it craps out. Let's let's spend $20 million on it. Maybe we can get a return for $100 million, and call it a day. And the problem is that do you care about a good product, or do you just care about the money?
Mm-hmm.
And do you like the fact that the aftermath is people going to be calling you, oh, you just do crap products? Yeah, but I made $100 million. So, so you have no dignity. You don't have any type. That's what you want. So it only goes so far.
Yeah, I think Ian Malcolm, or Dr. Ian Malcolm, I should say, the one who slapped is like, oh, you're just making it for me. Just go on, sell it. I was thinking, if he thought of the ChatGPT and AI progressions, that he'd be like chaos theory. Like, this is setting us up for chaos.
Absolutely. So you can't take, like I said, the humanity out of it and then think you're going to have a good product.
Yeah.
It's not possible.
Yeah. just chaos.
Yeah.
And and also what what Dr. Hammond would say, like spare no expense. You know, you can get yourself to greatness with that. And didn't he call that lawyer guy? Yeah, the only one that gets me is the blood sucking lawyer, and I think that's
Yeah,
funny.
yeah. You see, that's what I say. You can't give us better than the first Jurassic Park on that one. That's just like it literally almost wrote us up. Even though obviously it's off of a book, but just that actual scene itself really made the movie because you have those particular personalities, and he's giving you exactly. You want to manifest something just because you have the money to do it, and then think of not the repercussions of what's going to happen. Yeah, I'm not just talking about just in the movie in general, but just like in the industry itself.
Hmm.
You can throw as much money as you want at something, but if you're not even putting the time into making a great product or a great movie or a great show, how long do you think you're going to last? And do you really want that to be your type of legacy if you are a big time
Bloodsucker.
or director or producer? You just like so for example, like Ron Howard, he puts the time in to pretty much every single thing that he does. A
Hmm.
lot of directors, that's the reason why it's not even about the money with them because they got more money than 10 times over. They just want to have something to their dream to come to reality, and you can tell that in their work.
Hmm.
You know? That's the reason why sometimes their movies take years to make, 5, 6, 7 years. But when it comes out, they're grossing 1 point something billion dollars worldwide. You know,
Yeah.
and then getting how many Academy Awards? It's like I just So it's because I believe that the less they think about the money, the
Hmm.
more they're going to make in the long run.
Totally.
Because you're taking that aspect out of your mind and focusing on the dream that you want to come to reality within whatever you're making as a director, a producer, a writer, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
So
That's kind of like was a hit and miss with it, James Cameron to me, because yeah, we love his Terminator, we love his Avatar, but I feel like with Avatar, what he's doing, I feel like now after the first one, it's all a cash grab now. Like, and he's practically one of the richest directors, possibly the richest director of all time, maybe, if that. And
absolutely,
him, especially being what he also is a oceanographer,
oceanographer.
oceanographer, yeah,
Yeah,
and going down the Mariana Trench and all that, and he follows that passion, and I don't want to disrespect him because the sequel he did for Avatar, it kind of expresses maybe that passion for his love for the ocean,
yeah.
but the fact that they're having 5 arranged already in the filming, and I'm thinking,
Yeah.
um,
Like why do you didn't have to do that? We already love the Avatar. I mean,
mhm,
like
right.
how do you? It, another perfect example is the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh God, yeah.
How they started churning them out. Like they already like some of them are great, but some of them are hit
Hmm.
and miss.
Yeah.
Because once you put a stamp on it saying like we want 5 more and we'll give you X amount of dollars, so now it's just like all right, rather than me just sitting down and thinking of this idea and where I want to go and portray it, now I have a time frame.
Yeah.
And when you have a time frame, you feel like you're under the gun. So now you're just gonna like, yeah, just stamp it. Yeah, that's good. Sign it. All right, yeah, next scene. Here we go.
Yeah.
That- why? Like,
And
go ahead. I'm sorry.
oh yeah, and PvP mentioned Ridley Scott, and I'm like, that's another one because I loved his Blade Runner. His Blade Runner, I loved it. I think he did Alien too. I mean, he's great with that. But when they did Blade Runner 2, I can't. I refuse to say the other numbers.
20 something. Yeah,
Yeah,
20. Yeah.
yeah. Um, I did not appreciate that it was a different director, and I don't like that director. And no offense, all due respect, I do not like Denis Villeneuve as a director. I think he's an amazing cinematographer. But when I watched Blade Runner 2, it just felt like it was, I don't know, it didn't have,
Lackluster.
yeah, it didn't have that spirit like the first one had. Like it
Yeah.
was like wow. And I could care less with the characters. I could care less with the story. I just didn't feel invested. And it's kind of how I feel like when Denis Villeneuve did with Dune. I don't know what your feelings are on the first and second one of that, the remakes of Dune that he directed, and I just felt like it was so washed out.
See, yeah, this is a hard one because following Doom to remake it is one of the. Let's just say I wouldn't have touched it because
I wouldn't touch it.
You have so many people that have seen the actual, like I have the extended version of Doom from 1980 was it, you know, because it was just so well put together. Especially from like that has a cult following as well, but the books, and everything. But it when you touch a sci-fi classic and want to remake it,
Yeah.
you need to dot your I's and cross your T's throughout the entire board because the bar is already set extremely high.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that they I mean, it looks fantastic. Dune looks fantastic. Obviously, it looked great. They picked some great actors and actresses in it. It was,
Mm-hmm.
but it's hard to try to remake something that is already like a diamond in the rough,
Yeah.
and try to make another diamond in the rough because it's 30 years later. It's just it's very hard to do. And then if you do one thing that is not like the original, or you try
Mm-hmm.
something new, you, you might as well just crucify yourself. Because people who are really, really big fans will notice right off the bat, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you making it out so it's like the two dudes, and then this and that. It's just like, you know. So it's a very tough thing to try to follow in those footsteps of the originals and a lot of classics. It's just you better have everything put together. And like you said, it was a good movie. Nice try. I mean, but if you're somebody who's a fan of the last one, you're just gonna nitpick it to death.
Yeah.
Because like what are you trying to do here? Like this is not even in the book. Where'd you guys come up with this? you know.
Yeah.
So
That's kind of how I felt with the remake of Dune. It was just like when they did the Harkonnens, they made them bald and pale, and it's like in the book they're redheaded, and they're not pale. They're just redheaded.
yeah, I was like, vampires. What are we doing here? I was like,
Yeah,
yeah, bald vampires. That's what we got. I was like,
yeah. It was just like, okay, I don't get. Everybody says, "Oh, Denny, he does it so perfectly to the book and everything." And I'm like, "My God, you must not know how to read
yeah, which
because
book are you reading?
which book are you reading?"
you know. Ah, So I
Don't
don't know
tell
that's.
me.
Hmm?
Okay, Leanna, which Dune? Do you mean the David Lynch Dune from 1984, or do you like the modern Dunes? Because I'm judging you, silently judging you right now. If you like the modern Dunes.
I'm not saying that they weren't bad. I'm not saying that they weren't good. I'm not saying that they weren't good. It's just
Okay.
that if you've never seen Dune before,
Yeah.
then you're like, wow, this is a good sci-fi movie. But if
Hmm.
you somebody who has read the book and you know the David Lynch 1984 Dune, and you see
Yeah.
this, it's just like, hmm, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good. I'm not gonna say it was like uh, uh, fantastic. You know, it was like it was worth the watch. But it's just like somebody who was a sci-fi. You know, uh, I don't know. It's just I don't know. It was okay. It was okay.
Yeah.
Um, but so, but if you want
Yeah.
to see the real Doom, watch David Lynch do.
That's the real
That's
Dune. And the Spice Diver edition. The Spice Diver edition is amazing. I believe I have it on my USB, I think. I should do a rewatch along. Yes, yes. Yeah, Liana, I have all the books. Cool fact about me. I've got all the books. They're good. I think I'm on the second to last book.
you
My
want to
mom's
talk about
quite bad.
lore. Yeah,
Yeah.
you want to talk about lore. I mean, whoa. You know,
Mm.
that's just the amount you have to. Don't pick up like the second book and know what you think. Oh, I know what's going to happen.
Oh
No,
yeah, you can't do that.
there's no
There's no
way.
way.
You got to start from the beginning because you're gonna finish the second book and have so many questions. You might as well just took the time to get the first one.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
think that's how every
with the
novel
whole
should
different
be.
factions, the families, the Harkonnen, this and that. And you know.
Yeah. I think every
So
novel should be that way as a way to keep the reader engaged. Like, oh, okay, this is the sequel. I remember I made a mistake of reading a sequel. I didn't know it was a sequel, and I'm like, the fact I didn't know it was a sequel, that's not good. But I went to the
made
sequel,
you mad,
the first one.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I did the same with a movie too, and I didn't know it was a sequel, and I was like, oh, okay. Well, I guess a good excuse to watch it again after I'd done the first one.
Right, right.
Sting in
That's like
this.
that's like reading the Return of Sherlock Holmes and then trying to figure out
No.
like it was you'd just be like, what did I do to myself? Like
Yeah.
yeah.
Dune, all I remember is Sting in those shorts. My God. PvP in the sauna.
Stick,
Yeah,
oh yeah,
Leanna,
stick, yeah.
you'd be wanting that. Charlotte, not a sandworm, a bookworm. Yeah, I'm a sandworm too. I used to play in sand. Let's see. I saw a comment. Let's see. Oh, okay. I was gonna mention with Ron Howard. I love his Da Vinci Code series, the films, and I love the books by Dan Brown. I've read all the books of Dan Brown, of that series. It's amazing.
And they picked a
It
great cast. I mean, Tom Hanks says, like you have to have like I cannot see anybody else that could do that role.
no,
You know,
no,
yeah,
yeah. It's a great film. It's slow, but it's meant to be that way. It's a mystery. It's history. It's very deep into that world.
hmm
I thought it was a wonderful blend of creativity there. That world building
right.
and concept.
hmm
Um, let's see. See, I was never. This is an insult to everybody. I am not a Kubrick fan, even though Kubrick was very influential. But let's see. Even my favorite directors ended with a stinker. I did not like Eyes Wide Shut. Eyes Wide Shut was okay, but I think it revealed a certain truth to his legacy. Like, maybe he was revealing what Hollywood really is in that kind of way. Maybe that's why it was
Right.
weird for his last film, because it's just weird that he goes that direction. But that's probably just me, my view on that. What are your thoughts on Kubrick? I mean, everybody loves The Shining, but I think it's overrated.
I think I mean, obviously, it's a fantastic movie. I mean, it's at times it had it so. I think that with the movie The Shining, or at that particular time, there were a lot of movies were trying to go through a different, like, psychological thriller horror aspect,
Yeah,
and it had its ups and downs. But I'd say the best part was the climatic end. You know, you know. I would probably. I'm thinking of another movie that kind of did that, Stir of Echoes with Kevin Bacon.
hmm
I thought that was a great movie.
yeah,
Like Shining, yeah, I mean, because everybody hears Johnny. I mean, it's just like a meme, you know. So, but I think at that time it did well because they were trying to do a whole new avenue of psychological thriller.
Yeah.
Um, so that's why it did so well because nobody has done something like that before besides like Silence of the Lambs, which is
True.
kind of like yeah,
Yeah. Silence of
Uh,
the Lambs you can't compete with. That's
no,
one
I
of my
mean
favorite
that's
films of all time.
that's on yeah, it's on a whole different aspect, to have somebody who is a killer, but you believe that you're rooting for the killer,
Yeah.
because he's killing bad people,
Yeah.
So
Eating them too. Tasties. With his
yeah,
little
yeah.
with his fava beans. With his fava beans and Chianti.
Yeah.
Chianti. It's Chianti.
I just love a fava beans and a nice candy.
I admit that I did have the hots for him. I was like, I saw him stationary in that cell with cold eyes. I was like, oh, I'm gonna go. But it's like way better looking than all the women go for these days in modern society in prison. Like this guy has some class. Like you can tell he's quite distinguished. Um,
So
are the
fly. Oh, the
did you
stuff
ever
that he says, is cool.
did you ever see Man Eater? But in from 1886.
Yes, I did, but it's been quite some time.
Yeah, that was supposedly like the
Uh,
first Silence of the Lambs, very much like the first film introducing Hannibal Lecter.
mhm.
It was rumored that David Lynch was supposed to direct that, but he declined, I think, or after Dune, they kind of took him off it. I can't remember. But I thought he declined the script for Maneater. And I can tell when they were directing that film, somebody else was directing it, how there's kind of like a Lynchian vibe to it in a way. So I wonder if it was kind of
Right,
like a
right, right.
tribute to it. I was
Yeah,
curious, what were your thoughts on that one? Because I don't hear people talk about that much, or maybe I'm just unaware.
I think with that one, it's you have to be ready to watch it, because
Mm-hmm.
it's very involved, very involved. It's not like one of those things where you just, all right, just gonna stop it right here and then I'll finish the rest tomorrow. It's like you gotta sit down and watch the whole thing. It is a outside the box type of mentality or type of thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you have a very select few a category of people that find it interesting because it really expands your thought process on many of topics,
Yeah.
you know, that maybe some people feel uncomfortable uh, really thinking about or even talking about. But I mean, that's the whole goal of these movies like that is to have it so like this is a reality. Some people actually have these thoughts, and especially like hey, you notice that a lot of them, these directors and a lot of these, they go to psychologists to talk to them about it, about like they hire psychologists to say like what are some of the particular things without getting into the specifics of who or whatnot, like that you have heard of or
Mm-hmm.
have talked to people about, so they can dive into that person's mind to display it onto cinema.
Yeah.
So I thought it was extremely interesting because not many people are able to portray that to the screen.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
uh,
And I think this all reminds me of The Sopranos. Like when you meet the first character, the protagonist in the pilot, he's with a therapist, and you can tell when he's talking with a therapist how he is and how in his mind mentality kind
right.
of what he is. And I thought that was brilliant. And yeah, and I agree with you with Maneater is that it's the same kind of vibe.
Hmm.
Um, and also Brian Cox, I didn't think of him as a Hannibal Lecter. I never knew about that. He could pull that off, but I've always seen him when he was older, like in Red and other films.
Right.
But Brian Cox, He had a Hannibal Lecter vibe, but he was no Anthony Hopkins. I'm going to say that. I mean,
Oh, there is absolutely no Anthony Hopkins because even Anthony Hopkins didn't even know that he could do
yeah.
that. Because as you, if you probably already know that he hated the role.
Oh, yeah.
He could not stand it. He was just like this was completely beyond anything that he wanted to do, but he did it because he felt that uh,
Push yourself to the limits.
yeah, just do it. And he talked about it later in his interviews. He's like, I really hated the role of me being Hannibal. Like this is nothing that I've ever even thought I would do, but I figured, he willed himself into the role. And I think after the movie, he took like a hiatus and went to like some retreat in the mountains with monks just to try to alleviate all that stuff out of his mind, you know?
Yeah.
But there's nobody who can actually be like Anthony Hopkins for that role. That's
Yeah, you can't.
yeah.
You can't. Oh my god, are you serious, Mikey? Denis is gonna do the next James Bond, so let's give him a chance. Heck no. Heck no. If he doesn't make another cinematographical film, it'd be fine. It'd be fine. Okay. How come the chat's dead? I'm very sad. Chat died all of a sudden. Okay, let me see. Going up. I saw something. Where are you? Okay, you can use your voice for the AI movies if you want to integrate yourself more into your work. As example, AI might replace jobs, but still can't replace immersion and creativity from one's mind, etc. Depends how far they
Exactly.
go.
That's exactly what I was trying to say. Like, you can like I said, you can't take the humanity out of it
You
and the
can't.
personality. It just doesn't. It won't compete. It won't translate good to the screen. It's never going to be uh, the best as far as putting a person, an actor, an actress into that role and allowing them to, uh, like say for example, just go off the role, like or they just do some stuff like that's better than what we wrote. Let's keep it. If you do that with AI, they implement it and then we'll try to do the best that we can. I
Yeah.
mean, like for example, my favorite actor Denzel Washington in the movie Training Day. One of the last scenes, he they just kept rolling, and he did not even most of the stuff he was saying was not even in the script.
Yeah.
How do you do that with AI? Or even if you put your voice into it and it records X amount of lines, and then they just jumble it up and and beep bop the boop, and then here you go. It's just like you can't redo something like that. And
Yeah.
they said and cut. He's like, all right, we're gonna roll with that. All right, okay, okay. You know?
Legend. He's a
Yeah.
legend.
Oh, he's just
He's beyond that. He's beyond a legend.
that's why he's my favorite. That's why I got into acting
Yeah.
for that. Because
Denzel.
I want to be just like him. I'm going to sound like him. I do whatever I can. That's just, you tell me. Oh, you a sheep or a wolf?
Oh. Let's see, Lana. Charlotte is the next Barbara Walters. Compliment her. I'm. I can only hope they did not hear that. I'm rewinding this, okay? Okay, let's see. There was another comment. Okay, here we go. Hollywood got lazy into making new IP, new idea shows. That's why there is a split between West Coast and East Coast. Studio got stalled during lockdowns. There's an East Coast studio coming up. Mm, this is gonna be interesting. So it's gonna be like East Hollywood now, so that you know,
It's
California
very
has money in.
it's quite cutthroat at times. Um, because when you have the almighty dollar into the the equation, it'll split people up who have been working together for a long time,
Hmm.
just because they say, you need to do this or you're out. I'm just like,
Yeah.
and by the way, cut your friend. That's just how it is. It's very cutthroat. It's like just like in the Pirates of the Caribbean, you just take everything, give nothing back.
Yeah. Right.
And you know,
Mm.
so it's not like old Hollywood. Like I mean, like the 1940s and 50s, where it's just like they even though they did have it that same type of thought process, but not to the degree that it is nowadays. And I'm talking like
Mhm.
when Clinton was coming out, even John Wayne, Paul Newman, um, Betty Davis, Elizabeth Taylor, that type of that
Yeah.
generation, where it's just like they
Pain.
were just like
Just
every
pain.
movie, yeah, every movie was just so freaking fantastic. And then you're just like, how did you guys remember all these lines? Like like you know when they call it when acting was acting, as they say.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, it is what it is. So a lot of the older movies are some of the best.
Yeah, they are.
And
Like
that's the reason, if you think about it, that they keep recreating the same ones.
I know. It's so obvious. It's like, and they all
Mhm.
flops. It's like they don't learn from their mistakes. Like 2001 is still amazing. Kubrick warned us of the 1968. Do not put our fate into AI intelligence hands. That is true. What was the famous line? I can't do that, Dave.
I'm sorry, I cannot
I'm
do.
sorry, Dave.
Yeah, 2001: Space Odyssey. Yeah.
It's a classic. I love
Over
that.
the doors, Hal. I'm sorry, I cannot do
Do that,
that.
Dave.
You son of
Uh,
a.
I can't do that,
Yeah.
Dave. Yeah, I can mimic him easily. I wish I had that role. I would have loved to play that role. Let's see. Oh, Alva's still watching. Okay, cool, cool. Um,
Sorry. Yeah, that's what it is. I'm sorry. I cannot.
can I do that? Let's see. Okay, guys, we're getting a little bit feisty in the chat, guys. Okay, Leanna, I need to put a leash on you. Um, John Q is an underrated movie. John Q.
John Q with Denzel Washington when he was
Yeah,
his son had needed a new heart. And yeah, John Q. That movie was incredible
incredible. Oh
because
God, Mom, I
everybody
never.
because everyone can picture themselves in a situation like that. Mhm.
Sorry, Mom, get your butt over here. You need to. You need to be
Thank you,
punished
Lizzie.
now. Mama, look on the comments, Mama.
I can't see it.
Yeah, get your.
I can't read it. My old eyes can. I don't read it.
Too late.
Barbara Walla.
Her Barbara Walla. See, somebody already heard it, Mama. Ah, sorry. My mom had to be aware that she won victory on that one.
Where am I?
What? Where are you? Oh, Mom wants to be on camera.
Oh, there.
Mom wants to be. This is the thing. This is thing now. That's my mom's hand. It's thing from Adam's family.
I was about to say this is Wednesday. This is Wednesday with the yeah.
Oh, my mom. I love her. Okay, no, I gotta. I hope they never heard that either. Um, gosh, she's so feisty this weekend. Let's see. Money as a tool can create or destroy. Yep. Oh, okay. So the studio is called 1888 Studios in North New Jersey. It has easy access to New York airports and Newark Airport, including water access and helipad access. The potential to it got halted due to lockdowns and environmental testing site since it's an old area where they stored oil and chemicals long ago. So that's that. So I wonder what. I hope that does well. Hi, Cyberpunk. Hello, hello, hello. That it? Gee. Yes, the Thing appearance has happened, and that's another incredible director. I am ashamed I did not think about is John Carpenter, and his
Oh,
The
absolutely.
Thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is
I
so God. I love that's
I
one of my top
just
favorite films.
it's funny that you just mentioned that because I just finished watching that yesterday.
Yes.
Again, again,
Uh,
like that movie is like you want to talk about uh a horror, a sci-fi horror.
mm-hmm.
They
God, that
that one was just like that. Still one gives me chills because I'm just like this is freaking me out. Like because you just like you're like and this could actually happen. I'm like,
it could.
are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And
It's like,
the they remade it, and it actually was not that bad.
oh, I can't. I think that's kind of like a prequel more than a remake.
Was it a prequel?
Yeah, I think it was a prequel, but it was really good. Don't get me wrong. I love that film. I love the main character, the woman main character. I love that actress.
Right.
But the one issue I have with it is like when they did the thing wasn't as
Thingish like the first one.
yeah, it wasn't special. Like it was CGI basically, and I just felt it was off. And I felt like if they could have put that energy as they did for the first one,
Right.
for the prequel, if you really want to
Right.
go that far, I think it would have been still a heck of one of the greatest sequels, not sequels, but prequels ever made, if they kept to that. I mean, the characters were great, everything. I just
Well, since that well, that requires money to
it
do.
does in time.
Because in time, whereas in the first thing they made those actual sets, I mean, or the creature and all that stuff, and then which was even threw me off even more because even in 1980 when they did that, they made that movie, it
Hmm.
looks so real at the same time. Like
Yeah.
nothing on that actually, like the amount of time and energy that they put into making that creature look as
Mm.
strange as possible and scary and weird and just like, oh my God, what the heck is this thing gonna do? Is it shows how much effort they put into it and how great it was, And nowadays with CGI or all you got to do is just do a couple of things here and there. But it didn't have the same luster as it did from the first one.
Yeah.
But it was a good shot. I gave it like a 6.5, 7 out of 10. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
great cast, great acting.
And
Yeah.
director was great too. Like this is the same guy that did Halloween. I mean, this in his themes, how he does his music is just, and that even brings me to music. You know how music seemed like it's a dark era because it's like
Mhm.
it's nothing fresh. It just feels like it's being recycled again, and
Right.
it's a challenge because Timbaland, he even says this like if it's not you can bring the genres together, but you can't do the same thing that's already been done. You have to make it the freshest approach as you can to make it engaging.
Right.
And I used to watch his streams. I love his streams, and he encouraged AI, but he was saying like even Leanna was sharing with me last night. A country song made purely of AI has now been going up the charts, nearing #1 on the country charts.
That just boggles my mind. Like,
Yep. And
what are you
so,
gonna do? What are you gonna do if it wins a Grammy?
oh yeah, basically it might just do that. And they have a creepy freaking AI video. I was like, you can't even make the video real. You can't even do that for Pete's sake.
Right.
You couldn't even put a single ounce of humanity. But if it was written by the person, okay, that's what I do. I can't be two faced here. I can't be two faced because it would be awesome if I'm able to get a studio together and remake it in a way that
Hmm.
is organic. I use AI as a template most of the time, and the fact that it's purely AI and the lyrics are the only human thing, and you can't even make the music video freaking human in any sense. To me, it just mind boggles me. I guess I don't know. Um, I've read the comments and everybody's saying like, "Goodbye, humanity. It was nice knowing you." I was
Well,
like,
don't worry. We'll be Terminator Judgment Day pretty soon. You know.
"Yep, Skynet's gonna hit."
So, yeah. Once they launch Skynet, we'll be. You know. So.
Yeah. Let me see. Oh, Moore's a friend? Okay, I'll give her a mod chip. I'll give Moore a mod chip because it's a mutual friend. Any mutual friend is a friend of mine, and please do not abuse the mod chip. Let me go to my live stream, click the live. It's always so fun waiting for the page to load. Where is Moore? Okay, I see you, and I see you. I'm doing Predator now. I see you. That's another great franchise.
Right, except for Aliens vs Predator Requiem.
I like Badlands. My grandmother watched it. She goes, it was a lot of fun. She goes, that's in a long time. She's been watching movies that were meh, and she goes, this one was actually pretty fun. I actually really much enjoyed it.
Badlands was on FX, right? Badlands was on FX, I believe, right? The channel.
I think, I'm not sure.
I believe, yeah. That came out a while ago. That was actually really good. That show, Badlands.
Yeah, because it just came out. It just came out in theaters. So.
I'm thinking of something else. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Because that has Elle Fanning, and I think it's like the crossing with Alien and Predator, but it's with synthetics instead. So the synthetics are getting.
Oh, that one. Yes, yeah. The new one that just came out. I think it just hit streaming services. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I have not seen that. I more than likely I'll watch that tomorrow, and I will give you my my feedback on it. But it looks good, you know. And I'm a big Aliens and a big Predator fan, so you know, I won't sugarcoat my opinion.
Yeah. Okay. I would like to think it's just strange just now. Like I always had the issue with Predator after the second one because I love the second one too. So that's a sequel that's actually really good. The first and the second Predator were amazing. I watched the third one. Oh my god, it sucked. The dialogue sucked. Everything. My mom's gonna beat me up after the stream. So just fair warning: if you don't hear from me in over 24 hours, I'm in. Okay, it's happening. Bloody heck. Okay. God, it's terrible, Mama. I'm sorry. I'm saying the truth. No, it is the truth that it was terrible. You want to talk about me writing bad dialogue? That was sucky dialogue. Ugh. I'll never win. The fourth one, I can't remember if that was.
Was Predators?
What? Prey. I don't think I liked Prey that much. Or was it Super Prey? Is it the one with the Native Americans, Mom?
Yeah,
Prey? I guess it was okay. Okay, I guess that was okay.
I don't know if you've seen it.
Yeah.
I saw me watching it.
I
don't think you watched it. You saw me watching it.
Okay. Okay, there was another Predator film I didn't like, but I can't remember what it was. But it just seems like now Alien's going downhill because Alien Earth sucked as heck. That show. I mean, even a friend of mine who was a director, he couldn't even get past episode 3 or something like that. Or was it episode 5? I can't remember. Yeah, he couldn't even get past it. And he was like, he's usually a completionist. And he goes, I couldn't do it. It just didn't hold my interest. It just... Yeah. And that's a lot for me because he's trying to get his foot in the door.
Well, I saw the first half of the halfway through the first episode, and I had to turn it on.
Yeah.
So I couldn't do it.
Which sucks because Timothy Olyphant, we all love. My mom loves Timothy Olyphant. She, that's her dream man right there. But you know, I've been told the people that have watched it. Shout out to you, Cyberpunk, who actually survived and can't wait to rant more about it if he ever wants to. How terrible it is. But he goes, Timothy Olyphant's character was amazing. It was probably the only thing that kept him coming back. And they did his character dirt, typically enough. And the main actress is a Nepo baby, obviously, and she was only given the role because either the executive producer or whatever, was doing the film. And she, during the promotion, I think they were going to do a magazine cover, and she was supposed to be with Timothy Olyphant and the director, and the main actress said, "Oh, I'm not going to take a photo shoot with old men." Declined it. Like, that kind of freaking attitude for a debut thing, and you just say, "Oh," it just outrages me. Besides, Timothy Olyphant is not old; he's just handsome. That's just, she just didn't want to be around his handsomeness. Just put it like that. But I don't tolerate people like that. Like, have you ever come across people like that in the industry, like in your time?
Oh, every day. Yeah.
Oh God.
That's just that's a personality that a lot of them have. Is that they have this holier than thou type of, like you got one role and all of a sudden, you think you're big time, like
My
you
daddy
forget,
owns it.
right?
My daddy's got the
So,
money.
mm-hmm.
It's like, that's good, baby girl. Just
You
just so
can't
you know,
fire
you're
me
still
because my
trying.
dad's the director.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay.
And no offense to Tori Spelling, I think that's the only reason she got the character in Beverly Hills 90.
Not 90210.
Yeah, I always mess up with the numbers. Her father, was the executive producer for that, so that gave her that role. I'm not saying mean to. I like Tori Spelling. It's just how I saw it.
Yeah.
I love Predator 2. It's great. It's great, Helen. It's really great.
Yeah. I got about maybe 5 more minutes just to let you know.
Oh yeah, we should wrap up.
Yeah. Let's see.
While the story is fictional, it's loosely based on a real-life murder spree of Charles Starkweather and his girlfriend Carol Ann Fugate in 1954. Interesting. The organic feels forced to make dollars. Yep. Yeah, hell yeah. That turns Timothy Olyphant, Leanna. I have a feeling it is. Ooh, she's trying to make you blush. Just let her.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Shella, for we finally were able to get together and get this. I've only canceled about 3 times before, so. But I'm very happy that we got get an opportunity to talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, it's time to wrap up, and thank you, Ezra, for coming onto the show today. We've been trying to get this, and we finally did it. We did it. But I hope to come back. You can come back again anytime, and even for panels. That's awesome if you want to, if you have the time.
Oh,
Because I know you're a
absolutely.
busy man.
Absolutely. I will let you know what's going on. Like I said, November 22nd is the projected trailer date. So I cannot tell you the name, but you'll see very soon. I will let everyone know, and I'll hit you up once it's going to be released.
Heck yeah. We have to make a celebration stream on that for sure. Totally.
Sounds great.
Yeah, we have to do that. Alrighty, thank you guys in the chat, and have a great weekend. Love and peace, y'all, and stay safe. See you 2 weeks time. Oh, here's Mom. Look, she's trying to reach. Thing is here. Why are you so far away? It's just the screen, Mama. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. Love and peace, y'all.
Take it easy.
Take it easy.